Hello, my name is Don and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a CCI Subsonic hollow point test. Basically they say that this is the standard velocity equivalent, but it has a hollow point. I don't know who says this, but I've heard it said. It's 1,050 feet per second. It's supposed to be pretty accurate, but I was thinking that this would probably be a really good Squirrel cartridge. Having the hollow point might be better than standard velocity for, shooting small game. It even has little small game bunnies on the back of it, so pretty much what it's intended for. The nice thing about hunting with subsonic ammunition is it's not nearly as noisy as like hunting with mini mags. You can actually hunt without hearing protection with this ammunition. Hunt at your own risk without hearing protection, but a lot of people do it. So this is a basic Ruger. So this is a basic Ruger 1022. It does have a 20-inch Green Mountain heavy tapered barrel in it. BX trigger, the cheaper, I think it's a 3-pound trigger that Ruger offers. Other than that, it's a stock gun. Got a Caldwell bipod on here, and we're using a Nikon Buckmaster's scope, so it's the 3-9, and it has the little circle bullet drop compensator reticle on it. So anyways, we're going to test out accuracy and velocity, kind of like we always do on this ammunition, and we're going to be shooting at a squirrel target, so we'll see just how good this does or does not shoot, and whether I'd recommend it for squirrel hunting. So anyways, let's get started. I'm going to shoot a couple warmers and make sure that we're on target, and then we'll go to town on the squirrel. So let's get started. Need a magazine.
$1,081.
Not sure where that hit.
1,059. 1,059. 1,059. 1,073.
Looks like it's hitting low and right, so I'm going to make an adjustment on here. This was sighted in for Norma match, which I can imagine would probably be good for squirrel hunting, rabbits. So this is an old school scope. It's got the little coin adjusters on it. I hate these older scopes. I mean, they're good scopes, but I like having the little dials on top. It makes it a lot easier. All right, we're going to the second square on the bottom. Let's see if we got her a little closer. There. Oh, we're shooting at 50 yards, by the way. Okay, we're going to shoot the top left circle.
1,072.
There we go.
1,065. 1,051. 1,057. 1,036.
Looks like we're still a little low. Okay, top right circle.
1,072. 1,043. 1,042.
Going for the head.
1043. 1079. 1056. 1069. 1053.
Okay, going for the front shoulder.
1039. 1050. 1032. 1088. 1055.
Going for the rear quarter.
1037. 1108. 1060. 1090. 1029.
Okay, I'm gonna move the camera onto a different target and we'll just shoot the rest of these. We'll shoot a few 5-shot groups and see what kind of grouping we can get. So the ammunition shot pretty decent. We started off with a couple of .35s and a .41, and all the shots on the Squirrel were pretty good. Then it started doing something weird with the .81 and the .88. Just the impact points just wouldn't come up, and then they'd come up and then they'd be too high, and I just couldn't get that scope to do what I wanted it to. So we're going to make some changes on this sucker and see if we can't get things to improve a little bit. Okay, so we made some changes to the 1022 hunting rifle. Changed the stock. We took the wood stock off. Changed the trigger. This is the BX25. This is actually, it's the same trigger I had in it, but it's a new trigger. This one's got the red trigger on it. Different scope. We're using the Monarch 5 2-10. Sitting in a Vortex mount. Bipod's the same. The reason I did this was because the stock wasn't quite free floated enough, and I believe that may have been causing some issues. Also, the scope I was using, it was kind of stuck in one spot, and even if I tapped it, it just wasn't freeing up. So I was only able to get it elevated, you know, up to a certain point. It was shooting maybe an inch low, and I couldn't get it to go any higher. So basically the scope was junk. So I replaced it with the Monarch 5. This has the ED glass, bullet drop compensator. It's only a 1-inch tube, but it's a great hunting scope. It's light. This whole package is really light, and I'm pretty impressed with it. Still same barrel, stock action. That's about it. So anyways, I'm going to rip off 5 more groups here with the changes that I made and see if it made any difference in the accuracy of the rifle. So here we go. All right, well, let's go measure them up and see how we did. I can't tell, only a 10-power scope, 50 yards. So the new Nikon scope definitely had solved my impact point problem, and the Magpul stock sure has a lot better ergonomics than that old wood stock did. And we ended up with a .48 average, which is pretty decent, but I think we could have did a little bit better had we seasoned the barrel a little more. Mr. Squirrel came out. We're gonna see if we can't kill him. So I'm shooting at the left one. I'm going to shoot at the red dot. Okay, so let's go down and take a look at what we did on the squirrel target there, and Now this is 100 yards, so it's quite a poke for a hunting ammunition in a 2 to 10 scope. So let's go see how we did. Okay, so keep in mind I'm still zeroed at 50 yards. So in my reticle I was using the 3rd circle, and on the left target I was aiming for the red circle. Kind of had some flyers in there. Second one had a pretty good group, 1 flyer and then a headshot. And then on the 3rd squirrel I was actually aiming for the head and I was shooting a little low. I think with a little more practice with that reticle I could be a lot more effective with it. So is it Minute of Squirrel? Absolutely. I don't see any reason why you can't do all your small game hunting and pest control with this ammunition. Well, that's it. That's all I got for you. So if you like what you saw, please give it a big thumbs up, and thanks for watching, guys.